Hello, today I'm going to show you how to crochet a very simple yet quite interesting bandana or shawl. It's reversible and quite flexible. This bandana is crocheted with a dense stitch, but it still drapes beautifully. This is what the stitch looks like. And the bandana is started from the center. Therefore, you can make it any size you want. The stitch looks the same on the reverse side, so it's a reversible stitch. I crocheted this bandana from yarn that is 50% merino wool and 50% acrylic. But you can use any yarn you like. The main thing is that it shouldn't be too thick. You can easily use thin yarn. This is how the shawl or bandana looks. It drapes wonderfully. You can wear it instead of a scarf or tie it on your head as a bandana. Let me give you the approximate measurements of the bandana I made. I should mention right away that I crocheted this bandana from one 100-gram skein of yarn. Here I have approximately 75 centimeters, about 30 inches. Here it's more than a meter. Somewhere around 1 meter 15, 1 meter 17, about 45-46 inches. But again, the size of the shawl can be absolutely anything, and the yarn can be absolutely any kind. I use this one, it's from the Italian company Mondial Merino Extra. It has approximately 245 meters, about 268 yards, in 100 grams. And as I already said before, 50% merino wool, 50% acrylic. My color number is 145. The yarn is quite thin, but you can use different yarn. The main thing is to use a larger hook size. I start crocheting with an amigurumi ring. Now inside the ring I crochet 5 single crochet stitches. I've crocheted them. Now I pull the yarn to tighten the ring. Now I make one chain stitch for turning. Turn my work. And from now on, all my stitches will be worked into the back loop only. I skip this turning chain. And into the back loop only, which is this one, I work an increase. 2 single crochet stitches into one stitch. In the next stitch, I make another increase, exactly the same as the previous one. In the center stitch, I work an increase of 3 stitches. I crochet 3 single crochet stitches into one stitch, and I do all of this into the back loop only. Here in the next stitch, I again work an increase of 2 single crochet stitches. In the last stitch, a similar increase of 2 single crochet stitches. I've crocheted that. Now I move on to the next row. Chain 1 for turning. Turn my work to the other side, and again I'll be working into the back loop only. I skip the turning chain and work an increase of 2 single crochet stitches into the back loop only. Next, all stitches until I reach the center of the work, I will crochet one single crochet stitch into one stitch. Here, one single crochet into the back loop only. Again, one single crochet into the back loop only. Here again. Look, here are the 3 central stitches where I made an increase in the previous row. And now I will work the same increase in the central stitch of these 3. And again, I crochet an increase of 3 single crochet stitches. Then I crochet to the end, one single crochet stitch into each stitch. In the very last stitch, I will work an increase of 2 stitches. Here, one single crochet, one single crochet. Here again, one single crochet. Here's where our last stitch is hidden, and here I make an increase. If you want to make sure you've crocheted the correct number of stitches, you can count them. From this side to the increase of 3 stitches. There should be the same number of stitches as after the increase of 3 stitches. Then you'll know for sure that you've crocheted the correct number of stitches. For now, you can recount in the first few rows. Look, here's the first stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here are the increases, and here again 1, 2, 3. And here too, when I work the increase of 2 stitches, there will also be 5 stitches. And you'll have 5 stitches on one side of the shawl, 5 stitches on the other side of the shawl, and an increase of 3 stitches in the middle. I've crocheted the row, chain 1 for turning. And now we crochet all rows exactly the same way. In the first stitch, I work an increase of 2 stitches into the back loop only. Then I crochet these stitches one by one until I reach the center. This is the central stitch. Here I will make an increase. Look, here are 3 stitches, and into this central stitch I will make an increase of 3 stitches. Here, for now, I crochet one single crochet stitch into the back loop only until I reach the central stitch. The central stitch is the middle stitch of the increase of 3 stitches from the row below. See, in the row below there's an increase of 3 stitches, and this is the central stitch. I will work the increase into this stitch. I've reached it. Now I crochet an increase of 3 stitches. So with this increase of 3 stitches, I'm forming the corner of the bandana. And with the increases of 2 stitches at the edges, I'm making sure the top of the shawl is a straight line. I've completed another row. Chain 1 for turning. Turn my work, and I repeat everything the same way. An increase at the beginning of the row in the first stitch of 2 stitches. Then until I reach the middle, I crochet 1 stitch at a time. And in the middle, in this central stitch, I crochet an increase of 3 single crochet stitches into 1 stitch. Here I crochet 1 stitch at a time. Here I make an increase of 3 stitches. This is our central stitch in the entire row. Then, on the other side of the bandana, I crochet 1 single crochet stitch into the back loop only in each stitch until I reach the very last stitch. And always pay attention that the last stitch might be hard to see, meaning it's hidden. Look, the stitch is hidden. Here it is. To avoid making a mistake in the number of stitches, you can initially count all your stitches. You should have the same number on both sides. And look, then I crochet according to this principle. Here's an increase of 2 stitches. Here I crochet 1 single crochet into each stitch. I reach our central stitch. In the central stitch, I make an increase of 3 single crochet stitches. On the other side, I also crochet 1 single crochet stitch until I reach the last stitch. And in the last stitch, I make an increase of 2 stitches, chain 1 for turning. I turn my work. On the other side, I repeat everything the same way. An increase of 2 stitches at the beginning, then 1 stitch at a time. In the center, an increase of 3 stitches. Here, 1 stitch at a time. And in the very last stitch, an increase of 2 stitches, and this is how I will crochet the bandana to the size I need. I've crocheted a certain number of rows, and the work looks like this. The shawl is increasing in size. You can crochet it this way to absolutely any size. And we always crochet like this. Chain 1 for turning at the beginning of the row. An increase of 2 single crochet stitches into 1 stitch. Then, along this side of the bandana, we crochet 1 single crochet stitch into each stitch, into the back loop only. We reach the central stitch. Here's our central stitch. Here it is, right here is our central stitch. And into it I crochet an increase of 3 stitches. 3 single crochet stitches into the back loop only. So we've crocheted into the central stitch with an increase. Now along the second side of the shawl I crochet 1 single crochet stitch into the back loop only. And at the very end, in the last stitch, I make an increase of 2 stitches. And this is how I crochet our triangle until I've reached the desired size. I've finished one skein and the shawl looks like this. You need to weave in the ends, perform wet blocking, steam it, and the shawl is ready. Thank you for being with me. Please subscribe to my channel, click the bell to not miss anything, and see you in new videos.